Is there a secret to easily understand payment systems in any country? Do you know the payment market infrastructures of your country and how they are structured? This is the first of a series of videos where we will examine payment market infrastructures of a few countries in the world. And we begin with Sweden. Hi, my name is John Paul. I run the blog paymentor.com and I'm author of an acclaimed book on the SEPA credit transfer. So in this video, we will look at the structure of payment systems in Sweden, and at the same time, we will reveal you the secrets to easily understand payment systems in any country. Why Sweden? You may ask yourself that question. Well, the answer may surprise you. The oldest national central bank in the world is Riksbank, the central bank of Sweden, which was founded in 1668. So, Sweden was the first country to create a central bank, and it was a powerful idea that has influenced the world until this day. That's the reason why we decided to start with Sweden. The central bank systems play a paramount role in payment systems of any country, as we will see soon. Before looking at the market infrastructure in Sweden, we will first consider the generic structure of payment systems in any country. And here it is. You can use this generic structure to analyze payment systems in any country in the world, including your own country, of course. And you can do that because market infrastructure all around the world are organized according to the same model. Now, what do we see here? The payment systems are composed of many interbank systems and central bank systems in the middle. Central bank systems are at the heart of the systems and therefore play a key role. The interbank systems are connected to the central bank systems. And payment service providers, the banks and non-banks, can become participants of one or many interbank systems. So, it is not mandatory for a bank to join all the interbank systems that you see on the picture. They may not become members of certain systems, but things are different for central banks. The bank must become participants to central bank systems. They do not have the choice. And that's because the central bank oversees the banking and payment systems of a whole country to ensure that they are stable and that they are functioning properly. So please keep this structure in mind. We will refer to it during the series of videos about payment systems in the world. As you will see, it is really useful to understand a lot of things. Now, let us consider the payment market infrastructures of Sweden. Sweden has its own currency, the Swedish krona, and Sweden is part of the SEPA area. So, Swedish banks can join the payment market infrastructures for the Swedish krona, and they can join Euro payment market infrastructures as well. We will consider the payment systems for the Swedish krona. In the middle, we see RIX, a central bank system that is operated by Riksbank. RIX is the RTGS system used for large value transfers and urgent transfers in Swedish krona. RTGS stands for real-time gross settlement. RIX is used for settlement of payment transactions among the banks in Sweden. The central bank also runs RIX-Inst for Swedish instant payment services. We will come back to that later. First, we want to look at the clearing systems. There are two systems, Bankgirot and Swish, which are used for credit transfers and direct debits. Bankgirot is the traditional clearing system in Sweden used for transactions such as bill payments, credit transfers, and direct debits. It is owned by Swedish banks. Swish is a mobile payment system that was launched at the end of 2012. It enabled people to make instant real-time payments from their account to beneficiary accounts. The service works through a smartphone application through which the user's phone number is connected to his bank account. The funds transfer happens in real time, a few seconds until confirmation is received by both parties. Initially, it was designed for person-to-person payments, but today, companies and associations can join Swish. Swish is very popular in Sweden. 7 out of 10 people in Sweden use Swish. The main card schemes in Sweden are Visa and MasterCard, and they enable to make debit and credit card transactions. The Swedish bank also use the continuous link settlement system to settle Swedish krona leg of FX transactions. And they go through SWIFT or the card networks for cross-border transactions. A domestic payment stays in the same country, actually inside the big cycle that you see here. It is a fund transfer between two accounts located in the same bank or in two different banks in Sweden. A transfer in Swedish krona between two banks is a domestic payment, and there are many possibilities to do that transfer. The transfer can go through Bankgirot, or it can go through Swish, the instant payment system, or it can go through RIX, the central bank system. The transfers may have different message formats and scheme. In fact, there are normal transfers, instant transfers, urgent transfers, and so on. As long as the transfer is in Swedish krona and the funds move between two accounts in Sweden, it is a domestic transfer. On the left, we have a bank that is connected to the main international systems. In reality, all banks are connected to these systems, but we did not put them everywhere to keep the figure clean. But please imagine that each bank is connected to these main international systems. These systems are used if individuals or companies in Sweden want to make a transfer in another currency than the Swedish krona. They are used for cross-border payments. Now, back to RIX-Inst. Last year, the European Central Bank and the Swedish Central Bank concluded a cooperation agreement offering Sweden access to the Eurosystem's target instant payment settlement to support the Swedish instant payment services called RIX-Inst. In other words, RIX-Inst will be on the European Central Bank platform TIPS. TIPS is the European Central Bank multi-currency instant settlement infrastructure. It was set up to settle instant payments in euro, but it is also able to settle transactions in other currencies. Riksbank took that decision because of the limitations of the existing RIX system, which was designed for large-scale payments and has limited opening times. Riksbank is therefore developing the new service RIX-Inst for instant payments, to which chips will act as the technical solution. The new service is expected to be ready for launch in the spring of 2022. And that's a pretty interesting thing. Other countries will probably do the same in the future and use TIPS as technical solution for their instant payment service. As we said in the outset, Swedish banks can join the payment market infrastructure for the Swedish krona, and they can join Euro payment market infrastructures as well. Which impact does this have on banks in Sweden, and how can we model that? In the next video, we will have answers to these questions. If you want to master the basics and fundamentals of payment systems, I refer you to our Payments Fundamental course. It contains 11 modules that can help you to build your payment skills on strong foundation and understand payment systems anywhere in the world. If you found this video useful, please like it and subscribe to the channel. and see you next time on the RIX channel.